Listen carefully because what I'm going to tell you today can change the way you understand the signals that women send you. Many of you have gone through your whole life without realizing what is right in front of your nose. Yes, I know. You've experienced rejection, being ignored, feeling like you're not enough, and that frustration builds up. But I have news for you. If you pay attention to the right signals, if you know how to interpret them and act accordingly, you will stop being that man who is always on the sidelines, the one who never gets what he wants. Today, we're going to talk about 10 phrases that women say when they find you irresistible. And no, it's not magic, nor is it a coincidence. These phrases are clear hints that she likes you, that there's something about you that attracts her. And if you don't know how to interpret them, you will miss out on valuable opportunities. But, of course, there's a catch. Many of you, even when you hear these phrases, don't know what to do with that information. You freeze, react the wrong way, or worse yet, think that you've already won her over. So pay attention because it's not enough to know that she likes you. You need to know how to play your cards right. 1. I don't know what it is about you, but I love it. Decoding her intrigue. When a woman says, I don't know what it is about you, but I love it, what she's expressing is that there's something about you that confuses her, that attracts her in a way she can't explain in words. And this is where most men go wrong. They hear this phrase and think, I've got it. Wrong. What she's really telling you is that you've sparked her curiosity, that there's something different about you, something she can't decipher, but it makes her want to know more. What should you do at this point? Don't ruin it, of course. Keep the mystery. Don't explain what she doesn't understand. Let her keep wanting to discover more. If you rush to clarify what attracts her, you will lose that advantage you have. Mystery is your best ally. 2. When her laughter is more than friendship. Hidden signals. Laughter is one of the clearest signs that a woman is comfortable with you. But here's the key. Not any laughter means that she likes you romantically. If she laughs at all your jokes, if she always seems to be in a good mood when you're around, it's a sign that she enjoys your company in a special way. Now, don't fall into the trap of thinking that you're in the dreaded friend zone just because she laughs with you. Laughter is a mechanism of attraction when accompanied by other gestures, like prolonged gazes or casual touches. What you need to do is look beyond the laughter and see how she acts in other ways when she's with you. 3. You always make me feel good. The power of your presence. When a woman tells you that she always feels good when she's with you, that's pure gold. It means you provide something that few men can give her. Security, comfort, confidence. But here's where many fail. Upon hearing this, they relax too much. They think that if they keep making her feel good, everything will be perfect. No, my friend. What you need to understand is that making her feel good is just the first step. You shouldn't become her emotional crutch. Always maintain a bit of emotional distance so that she continues to want more from you. If you become her go-to, who's always there to make her feel good, you will lose that air of mystery and desire that makes you attractive. 4. Intense eye contact. What is it telling you? Eye contact is one of the most powerful tools in seduction, and when a woman holds your gaze longer than usual, that's a clear sign that she likes you. But be careful. Many men get nervous and break eye contact too soon, or conversely, they become too intense and make her uncomfortable. The key here is to maintain a confident and controlled gaze. Don't look at her like you're a predator, but don't look away as if you can't handle the situation. If she's looking at you intensely, hold that eye contact for a few seconds longer than you normally would, then calmly look away. This creates tension that fuels desire. 5. You're different from the others. The ultimate compliment. When a woman tells you that you're different from the others, she's giving you one of the greatest compliments you can receive. But be careful, it doesn't mean you've already got her in your pocket. This compliment should make you realize that she perceives you as something special, but it's also a sign that she expects you to maintain that difference. If at that moment you become complacent or try to be like everyone else, you will have lost what makes you special in her eyes. What you need to do here is keep being yourself, without falling into the temptation to try too hard to impress her. She already sees you as someone special, and what you need to do is ensure that perception stays. 6. Midnight messages. You're on her mind. If she sends you messages late at night, it's because you're on her mind, plain and simple. But here's where most men ruin everything. They get so excited about receiving a late-night message that they respond immediately, showing that they are desperate for her attention. Wrong. The key here is to respond calmly, without showing that you are completely available. Take your time, don't respond right away, and when you do, make it a message that keeps the conversation interesting, but without seeming like you've been waiting all day for that message. 7. Her personal questions reveal her interest. When a woman starts asking you more personal questions, it's not out of simple curiosity. She wants to know more about you. She wants to understand who you are and how you fit into her life. But here comes the mistake. Many men, upon seeing that she's interested, start spilling their entire lives as if they were in therapy. Don't do it. Give her just the right amount of information, but leave some mystery. Let her want to know more. Let her keep investigating. If you reveal everything all at once, you will lose that air of intrigue that attracts her so much. 8. When she compliments you for no apparent reason. If she suddenly says things like, "I love how you look today," or "You're so funny," without any apparent reason for the compliment, it's a clear sign that she sees you in a different light. But as always, there's a catch. If you get too puffed up with these compliments, you can become arrogant or lose your authenticity. Thank her in a natural way, but don't let those compliments go to your head. Keep your composure and continue being the man who sparked her interest in the first place. 9. We should do this more often. Hidden invitation. When a woman tells you that you should do something more often, it's not just a simple suggestion. It's an invitation to spend more time with you because she enjoys your company. But don't make the mistake of taking this phrase literally and start planning every outing. The key is to let her invest effort too. Make that next time special, but don't become her personal agenda. Let the desire continue to grow without becoming her guaranteed plan. 10. The game of glances. How to interpret her gestures. The game of glances is an art that many men don't understand. If you see her looking at you sideways, if she gives you quick glances but looks away when you catch her, it's a sign that she's interested but doesn't want to be obvious. This is where many of you get confused and don't know how to react. Don't chase her, don't corner her. Play the same game. Return her gaze, but do it calmly and confidently. Let her feel that there's a connection, but that connection isn't guaranteed. If you've made it this far, my friend, comment below with the word 100% or something else to let me know you've received the knowledge from the video so far. For more interesting topics, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it later. Let's continue. Has she told you this? Signs that she finds you attractive. I'm going to be straightforward with you because it's about time you start opening your eyes. If you still don't understand the signals a woman is giving you, it's because you're too focused on what you want to see and not on what's really happening. How many times have you sat there thinking she doesn't like you, when in reality, she's sending you signals clearer than water? The thing is, you don't realize it, or worse, you pretend to be oblivious because you prefer not to take risks. Well, let me tell you something. If you keep this up, you will remain in the same situation. But don't worry. Today I'm going to show you how to identify those signals that indicate she finds you attractive, and I'll make it clear so you can finally get out of that loser mentality. Pay attention. 1. I can't believe you're single. Decoding her surprise. If she has ever said something like, "I can't believe you're single," brother, she's giving you a huge hint. It's not a random phrase. It's her way of saying she doesn't understand how a guy like you doesn't have someone. And watch out. She's not saying it because she's surprised that no one wants you. She's actually thinking, "Why am I not with him?" But if you keep missing this signal, you'll likely remain single while she thinks you're not interested. She's opening the door for you to take the next step. So don't be an idiot and act. 2. Her flirty jokes have a deeper meaning. She throws you flirty jokes, and you take them as if they were normal, right? You laugh, play along, but never go beyond that. Let me tell you something. Those jokes are not just words. If a woman feels comfortable enough to joke with you flirtatiously, it's because there's something more behind it. She's testing you, seeing how you respond, measuring your interest. It's not that she wants to be your funny friend. She wants to see if you have the guts to reciprocate or if you're going to continue being the guy who just laughs without doing anything. Don't be that man. Respond to those jokes intelligently. Give her something to latch onto. If you play your cards right, it could be the beginning of something more. 3. I love your sense of humor. More than just a laugh. If a woman tells you she loves your sense of humor, it's not just because you made her laugh once or twice. Laughing is easy, but if she's specifically highlighting how you make her feel with your jokes, it's because you've already created an emotional connection. Laughter is one of the fastest ways to generate attraction. When she tells you this, she's basically saying, "I feel good with you. You make me comfortable. You make me happy." And that, my friend, is the start of something deeper. But if you only stay at the joke level and don't advance, you'll end up being the funny guy who never had the courage to take things to the next level. So start seeing these phrases for what they are: an invitation. For when she seeks excuses to subtly touch you. If she's looking for any excuse to touch you, even if it's subtle, that's a clear sign that she finds you attractive. Subtle touches are not casual. If she touches your arm when she laughs, if she brushes against your back as she passes, if she gets closer than necessary when talking, it's because she's trying to find a way to connect with you physically. And make no mistake, she's not being friendly or polite. She's looking for that contact to gauge your reaction. What do? Do you stand there like a statue? Or do you take the opportunity to return that touch casually? Because if you don't react, she's going to think you're not interested, and she's going to pull away. Don't miss those opportunities. 5. What plans do you have this weekend? Looking for time with you. If she asks you what your plans are for the weekend, she's not doing it out of curiosity. She's trying to see if you're available to do something with her. Do you realize? She's giving you the chance to invite her out without having to do it directly. But if you keep being the guy who doesn't pick up on the hint, she'll say, "Oh, that's nice, enjoy," and you'll be left there watching the opportunity slip away. What you need to do is invite her to do something together. Don't wait for her to take the initiative for you, because if you don't, someone else will. And that someone won't think twice about inviting her. 6. She shares secrets with you. Growing trust and intimacy. If a woman starts sharing secrets with you, if she tells you things she doesn't tell everyone else, it means she trusts you. And when a woman trusts you, she's opening the door for something more intimate to develop. Now, if you take that trust and interpret it only as friendship, you're shooting yourself in the foot. She's not telling you her secrets because she wants to be your confidant. She does it because she's building an emotional connection. And if you don't take that moment to deepen the relationship, you'll end up in the dreaded friend zone. Don't be fooled. Trust is a step toward intimacy, so learn to recognize it. 7. Her friends know about you. You're in their conversations. Has she ever told you that her friends know about you? Brother, if she's already told her friends about you, you're in a privileged position. Women don't talk about just any man with their friends. If you're in their conversations, it's because she's already thinking about you in a different way. This is almost like a prior sign of approval. But if you don't do anything with that information, if you sit there thinking it's just casual, you're missing a clear signal that she's interested. So don't waste time. You already have one foot in the door. Now you just need to move forward confidently. 8. I dreamed about you last night. Coincidence or confession? If she tells you she dreamed about you, don't take it as a coincidence. Even if it's a casual comment, she's giving you a signal that you're on her mind. Not everyone dares to say they dreamed about someone else, and if she tells you, it's because on some level she's thinking about you more than you realize. This is a key moment to see how you react. Don't take it lightly. Play with that information. Give her a witty response. Turn the topic of the dream into something fun, but don't miss the opportunity to explore further. 9. She takes an interest in your likes and hobbies in detail. When a woman genuinely shows interest in what you like, in your hobbies and passions, she's not doing it just out of courtesy. She's looking for a way to connect with you on a deeper level. And if she asks you in detail about your interests, it's because she's trying to find something in common or at least show you that she cares about what matters to you. Don't be mistaken. It's not common for a woman to invest her time in deeply getting to know your interests if she's not interested in you. So pay attention to those questions and use that information to deepen the connection. 10. Her disguised jealousy when you mention other women. If you ever notice that she seems a bit uncomfortable or jealous when you mention another woman, even if she tries to disguise it, that's a clear sign that she cares about you. Jealousy is an emotional response that arises when someone feels they may lose something they value. If she gets defensive or tries to change the subject when you talk about another woman, it's because she doesn't want you to get distracted by someone else. She's indirectly telling you that she wants to be the only one on your mind. And if you keep mentioning others without realizing this, you'll be extinguishing her interest. If you've made it this far, my friend, comment below with the word 100% or something else to let me know you've received the knowledge from the video so far. For more interesting topics, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it later. Let's continue. Discover if she likes you. The 10 things she says without realizing it. Look, if you've made it this far, it's because you're trying to decipher whether that woman is interested in you or just sees you as another option. And let me tell you something, women are masters at sending signals that they often don't even realize they're giving off. But you, as the good oblivious guy, probably haven't noticed what's really going on. You spend your days overthinking every word she says, every gesture, looking for answers that help you know if she likes you or if you're wasting your time. Today, we're going to put an end to those doubts. I'm going to tell you the 10 things she says without realizing it, which are clear signs that she's thinking about you, that she's more interested than you imagine. But pay attention. If you continue being the naive guy who doesn't know how to read these signals, everything I'm going to explain won't do you any good. You have to be attentive, learn to recognize patterns, and stop being the guy who never knows when to take the next step. Before we move on, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell. If you really want to start understanding how women think and how to act to stop being the eternal friend, you need to keep up with all my videos. Trust me, they'll change your life. 1. I can't believe you're single. You're still on her mind. Do you really think a woman is going to bother thinking about what you said if she doesn't care about you at all? If she says something like, "I was thinking about what you mentioned the other day," that means she not only heard you, but she's been mulling over what you said. This is a clear sign that you're in her head. And it's no small thing, because if she didn't care, she wouldn't spend a second of her time remembering your words. Now, if you're the type who talks about any nonsense or irrelevant things, don't expect her to think much about you. Learn to say things that make her think, that keep her intrigued. 2. She asks for personal advice, valuing your opinion. If she starts asking for your opinion on personal matters, that's a direct sign that she cares about what you think. And more importantly, she's seeking your approval. A woman who isn't interested in you isn't going to bother asking for your advice, especially about important things in her life. What's happening here is that she's measuring how much she can trust you, how much you care about what happens to her. If she asks you for advice on something serious, she's giving you an opportunity to get closer to her world, to be involved in her life. But beware, don't mess it up by giving dumb or disinterested answers. If she's opening that door, use it wisely. 3. Do you remember when? Reliving moments together. This is a classic. If a woman starts reminiscing about moments you've shared, if she says, "Do you remember when?" it's because those moments meant something to her. She's reliving those situations in her mind because she enjoyed them, because they made her feel good, and she wants to see if you remember them too. This is where many guys fail, because when she brings up those memories, they expect you to be on the same page. If you don't remember or downplay those moments, you're basically telling her they weren't important to you. So, if she talks about a shared memory, make sure to play along and show her that those moments were special to you too. 4. She remembers details you told her a long time ago. Ask yourself this. How many times do you remember something irrelevant that someone told you weeks or months ago? Almost never, right? Well, the same applies to them. If a woman remembers details you told her a long time ago, like something personal or even a joke, that's a clear sign that you matter to her. If you weren't on her radar, she wouldn't remember those little details. But if she does, it's because she's paying more attention to you than you realize. Again, this is where you have to be attentive and reciprocate. If she remembers something you said a while back, take that opportunity to deepen the conversation. 5. I've never felt this way with anyone before. Emerging feelings. This phrase is a bombshell, and if you hear it, it means you're about to take a big step. When a woman tells you that she's never felt this way with anyone, what she's confessing is that she's experiencing emotions with you that she hasn't felt before. She's not going to say this lightly, and if she does, it's because she really likes you. There are no excuses or turns to take. It's a direct signal that she's developing strong feelings for you. But don't ruin it by saying something stupid or downplaying what she's confessing. Learn to recognize these moments and handle them intelligently. 6. She sends you photos of herself for no apparent reason. When a woman sends you pictures of herself without you asking, she's not doing it by chance. If she's spontaneously sharing images with you, it's because she wants you to think about her. She's looking for you to notice her, to see something, to pay more attention. This is where many men fail, because they don't know how to interpret this as a sign of interest. If she sends you a photo, it's not just to show you how she looks. It's for you to respond, for you to be more interested in her. Don't waste that opportunity, because if you ignore it or don't respond correctly, she might think you don't care. 7. Who is she? Her subtle signs of jealousy. Jealousy. This is one of the clearest and, at the same time, most subtle signs that she likes you. If a woman starts asking you indirectly about another woman, saying things like, "Who is she?" or "Do you get along with her?" it's because she feels jealous. Jealousy is a natural reaction when there's interest, and if she's showing it, it's because she's worried about losing your attention. This is where you need to handle the situation carefully. Don't put her in an uncomfortable position, but also don't give her a reason to think you have someone else. It's a fine line that you need to know how to walk. 8. She invites you to special events in her life. If a woman includes you in her special events, like birthdays, family gatherings, or any other important occasions, it's because she's integrating you into her life. And that, my friend, is no small thing. She's not going to invite just anyone to these events. If she does, it's because she considers you an important part of her life and wants you to be there for those key moments. This is a great opportunity for you to show your interest and strengthen that connection. If she invites you, don't take it lightly, and definitely don't decline the invitation without a good reason. Being there for her during those moments is going to bring you much closer. 9. She shares her future plans, including you. If she starts talking about future plans and includes you in them, that's a sign that she wants you to continue being part of her life. It doesn't matter if the plans are short-term or long-term. The fact that she mentions you in those scenarios means she sees you as someone she could spend more time with in the future. This is not something women do with just anyone. If you appear in her future ideas, it's because she considers you a potential partner, someone she could have something more serious with. 10. With you, time flies. Enjoying your company. If she tells you that time flies when she's with you, it means she genuinely enjoys your company. When a woman feels comfortable and happy around you, time really does seem to disappear. This is an indication that she's comfortable with you, that she likes spending time with you without worrying about the clock. And here is where you need to take advantage. If she feels this way, don't let her go. Keep feeding that connection. Keep creating those moments where she feels like she could spend hours with you without getting bored.